We are often told by victims who are involved with or have been involved with a fake profile that they can't believe the person is a scammer because he was so nice to me. The truth is, scammers use emotional manipulation to win you over. It's all psychological games. Scammers using fake profiles try and romance victims and earn their trust. It's not uncommon for a scammer to get to know his target victim and ask about their life. You'll notice many fake profiles, when they engage with you, will ask about your home life. Are you married, divorced, a widow? Tell me about yourself, dear. Let's get to know each other. In this aspect, scammers do listen. If you tell a scammer you're divorced or unhappily married or separated, a scammer will use this to fill that void you've had in your life. He will take the time to write to you, say good morning, thinking of you, and tell you how beautiful you are. He will lavish you with love songs and copy and pasted love poems. Do you live alone? That question is always asked by a scammer using a fake profile. But why? There are a few reasons for this. First off, a scammer loves when a victim lives alone. The more isolated a person is, the better in a scammer's eyes. He then has the ability to focus his attention on you without any distraction or interference from your children, relatives, roommate, or someone who might live with you and find out about the relationship you're in and see the red flags that you might be missing. When you tell a possible fake profile that you live alone, the next question they might ask you is your family close by? Do you have children? If so, are they grown? Are they living away from you or near? Well, to a target victim who doesn't realize that they're talking and being romanced by a scammer, these questions might seem normal and what goes along with getting to know a person. In reality, it's a way for scammers to plot their scam. Keep in mind that many people who chat online tend to share more with people than they would if they met the same person, say, in a store or a cafe. Think about it. If you met a man, say, in a coffee shop, and his second question to you was, "Do you live alone?" that would generally creep you out and raise some concern. When someone does it online, it should raise a concern as well. But oftentimes victims will openly tell a fake profile that, yes, they live alone, and overshare about their living situation or lack of family that visits. Remember not to reveal too much about yourself to a stranger online. Let's say you live with a family member or grown children, or you share a home with someone. What then? Are you protected from a scammer wanting to communicate with you or start an online relationship? Absolutely not. If you meet a person online and they ask if you live alone and you share that you live with family members, children, roommate, etc., it won't deter them in the least. The scammer will continue the online relationship with you, but he will tell you to keep it a secret from your loved ones until he arrives to meet you so that you can both surprise your family and friends. The reason for this is the same. The scammer does not want you or your loved ones or housemates knowing the situation, as someone might see a red flag or see that you're talking to a scammer when you yourself are not seeing it. When scammers ask for money or gift cards or your bank details, they always tell the victim not to tell anyone, to keep our relationship and its business private, that it's not your family's business. Any real person who loves you and wants to be with you would never ask you to keep the relationship a secret. If you're chatting to someone online and they request that you keep the relationship secret or ask you not to tell anyone that they've asked you for money, block the person right away. And above all, do not send money. It's a huge red flag. One more darker side to a scammer asking if you live alone is if the relationship grows and the scammer asks you for money, but you refuse. He might use that knowledge of you living alone against you. Often, if a scammer knows you live alone and you refuse to help him financially, he will make threats to you that he is sending people to your home to hurt you. This, more times than not, has scared victims who really do live alone into sending the money. The same can be said for a person who has family. They will make threats to your family to harm them. Keep in mind a large majority of these scammers live in a place that they simply cannot leave. There will be no goons showing up at your home to harm you, and the scammer himself will not show up at your door. When you receive threats from a scammer, simply block. What it comes down to, though, is for you to protect yourself before the relationship even starts by looking for the red flags, not oversharing your living situation, and if a person you've never met asks you for money, gift cards, your bank info, or anything having to do with money, block them and move on with your life.